All right, we're looking at an exercise problem from chapter 5, section 1 of the second grade math book. We are learning about weight, particularly grams in this instance, and we're going to throw in a bar model problem as well. So let's take a peek at this. We see that the text of this problem says that the mass of the stapler is 230 grams. What is the mass of the tape dispenser? So automatically we know that we're talking about two different items, so we can actually draw a bar for each of those in a bar model. All right, we know that the stapler is going to be one. I'm going to put S for stapler. The other one is going to be the tape dispenser. Let's look and see what else we know. The mass of the stapler is 230 grams. So under stapler or over stapler, we can label it as 230. We need to know the mass of the tape dispenser. So we're going to put a question mark there. Now the text itself does not tell us explicitly what the total is for the two, but the picture does. So if we're looking at the scale, we can see the tape dispenser and the stapler are on one side, and on the opposite side, we have a series of weights that represent different gram amounts. And so we can see that they're balanced, which means that they're weighing the same amount. We need to go ahead and figure out how much that total is. So in order to do that, we can add together the weights that are given. There's a 500 gram weight, a 100 gram weight, and a 10 gram weight, which is going to be 610. That's telling us that the total of both items is 610. Now, in order to figure out the missing piece when we're looking at a bar model, if we have the total, which we do in red, then we are either going to subtract or divide to find a missing part in a part whole problem, which is what we're looking at here. One part is the stapler, one part is the tape. The whole would be your total. Because we're not working with equal groups, we're not going to be dividing, we're going to be subtracting. So we can go ahead and set that problem up. Everything weighs 610. We need to get rid of the stapler to see how much just the tape dispenser is. And your tape dispenser is going to be 380 grams. Now let's take a look at one more problem here. Let's look at this one. It's talking about a golden retriever and a mastiff. It says a golden retriever weighs 79 pounds. A mastiff dog weighs 85 pounds. Which dog weighs more? How much more? And how much do they weigh altogether? So let's go ahead and build this problem as well. If we were looking at this, we could go ahead and say that there are two different parts of this bar model that are represented, one for the golden retriever and one for the mastiff. So let's go ahead and draw that. We start at the beginning of the problem, and we can see that the golden retriever is mentioned first. So I can draw a label for the golden, and then I can draw a label for the mastiff. How much does the retriever weigh? 79 pounds. So I'll draw a bar that represents 79 pounds next to the golden. And then the second sentence, a mastiff dog weighs 85. So because 85 is longer or larger, my bar model box is going to be longer. Which dog weighs more? Well, we can see automatically that the Mastiff weighs more because the Mastiff has a longer bar. We can also see that there are more 10s in the amount that the Mastiff weighs than the Golden, so that one is larger. The second one asks how much more. So what we're looking for here is this difference. The difference between where 79 ends and 85 ends. We're comparing those two boxes there. And in order to compare those, that is called the difference there, we need to subtract. $85 minus 79 is 6. So the Golden is 6 pounds less, or the Mastiff is 6 pounds more. And then they ask us how much do they weigh altogether. Altogether is typically shown on a bar model like this. That is called the addition bracket. It's called the sum bracket. It's called the Huggy bar in the lower grades because you're squishing things together. And in order to find that, we need to add the bars that we have. Now, let's make sure that we're realizing what the actual values are here. 79 is a weight of a dog. It's the weight of the Golden Retriever. 85 is the weight of a dog. It's the weight of the Mastiff. 6 is not a weight of a dog. So that is actually not going to be added in our addition bracket here. That was just telling us the difference. It's not actually a value that represents the actual weight of one of our dogs. So we are only going to be adding together the bars here. When we add them together, we see that it is 164 pounds. So together they are 164 pounds.